Hi everyone, let's look at this task 1. The chart below shows the total number of minutes in billions of telephone calls in the UK divided into three categories from 1995 to 2002. You can pause the video and you can look at the picture. It's an overtime essay bar chart. So the essay was written by Yahyobek, and let's start checking. Capital letter is important here. The bar chart provides information about the full number of minutes. I don't think full would be appropriate, so the question says the total number of minutes. Instead of the total number of minutes, when you paraphrase, you could say how many minutes. You could say totally maybe. So full is a bit awkward here, and it wouldn't be natural, and that's why I'm going to change this. And okay, so we could say that the bar chart provides information about the total duration of telephone calls. I think this one would be much better compared to your original version. The bar chart provides information about the total duration of telephone calls in three types: local, national, and international mobiles in the UK. It should be, you forgot this article, that's very important. Before this, like UK, the UK it should be, from 1995 to 2002. Okay, I think the introduction is done. Overall, so comma. It's clear that local fixed line calls were the most popular in these years. Yeah. National international fixed calls showed a steady increase. It should be a steady increase. And in their number, they showed a steady increase in their number. And before whereas, you should use a comma. You forgot this comma. And this one showed a steady increase in their number would be correct. Whereas mobile calls, although starting from a low point, did they start at a low point? Yeah, it's a low, but this one can also be low. So to me, I don't think this one is natural. Instead of a low point, you should have said the lowest point. So I'm going to change it completely to a better version to improve the clarity of your essay. So pay attention. Despite having the lowest point at first, I think this one would be much better compared to your original version. So whereas mobile calls, despite having the lowest point at first, rose dramatically by the end of the period. I think the overview part is done. And no, pay attention. Did it rise dramatically? I don't think it rose dramatically. Maybe significantly, but I don't think that's not a big deal for now, but you should pay attention to this. In 1995, local calls were the highest. You cannot say probably local calls were the highest. No, the quantity of local calls were the highest. That would be better. So do not forget this. And now it should be was, not were, because we said the quantity. That's why. Starting at around 72 billion minutes, yeah, they experienced their peak of approximately. I don't think that's correct. That's very awkward. So when you talk about the peak point, you don't have to give it in this way, but instead, when you start a new sentence, firstly you can give it in this way. It reached its peak at. I'm gonna omit this one too. It reached its peak at approximately 90 billion minutes in 1999. However, after this peak, so still after this peak, very strange. The number of local calls started to decrease each year, and you said the number of local calls, and you cannot say they because you said the number of local calls instead of they. You should have said it decreased to about. You omitted preposition, you forgot the preposition to about 70 billion minutes by 2002. Although this decline, local calls ranked first of communication throughout the period. Although plus subject verb, comma, subject verb it should be. That's why I'm gonna mark it as a big mistake. That's a bit unclear. Ranked first of communication throughout the period. You use it also, but you should continue this. So, like, clarity is very important. National and international fixed line calls experience different trends, showing step-by-step growth, showing a step-by-step growth over the years. Look, step-by-step doesn't mean dramatic here. No, I think there is not a correlation here. I think you are talking about this one, step-by-step. So you are not talking about, you are talking about a national, international fixed line and step-by-step growth. Yeah, step-by-step growth, correct? Starting at around 38 billion minutes in 1995, comma. They rose steadily to approximately 60 billion minutes. Is it they? So you are talking about their number. You are talking about their number, that's why. Maybe their figure. So, look, starting at around this. Are you talking about this? If you are talking about national international fixed line calls, you should have said their number rose. So, not they. Their number. One sec. Rose steadily to approximately 60 billion. Okay. Minutes by 2002. Meanwhile, comma, after this kind of linking with, you should use a comma. Mobile calls had the lowest figures at the beginning of the period with about 5 billion minutes. Okay. However, they decreased sharply after 1998 and reached nearly 40. However, they increased sharply after 1998. After 1998, they increased sharply. And reached 45 billion minutes in 2002, coming close to the number of national and international calls. That's a bit unnatural, but it's possible to understand it. So generally you should work on these grammar weaknesses. So And you should work on clarity. Try to avoid this kind of unnatural language. I would consider it as unnatural language. So coming close to the number of national and international calls. Look, you already drew 203 words, and I don't think it's necessary. If you talk about this part is unnecessary actually. So no need to write this part. So all of them came close to each other, like 3 of them came close to each other. Let me mark this one too, like no need to mention it. So mobile calls had the lowest figures at the beginning of the period with okay. So try to make it natural and work on your weaknesses. I hope the next time you write an essay you won't repeat these mistakes. So you can check you can see your grammar and do not make these kinds of blunders. And the score will be told by me. I will tell you the score later. And thanks for watching. I want to say bye bye.